Hi, I'm Joe. I'm a software engineer. I live in Greeley and work from home. I like gaming. I have an archery hobby that I'm picking up, and I used to do comedy down in Denver.
I'm Taryn. I clearly also live in Greeley with this one. I'm also a software engineer and work from home. I've had so many different hobbies. I feel like I dabble in a lot of things, but some that are consistent, I would say, are baking. I really love to bake. I like crocheting, especially in the winter. It's just nice to sit on the couch, and if a cat doesn't sit on it while I'm crocheting, that's great.
And I forgot that I also usually once or twice a month, I've got a nice smoker in back. I like to make a pork butt or a brisket. We both like cooking in the kitchen. So.
But we don't like what each other's cooking hobbies are. So he doesn't like bread that much.
Bread is okay. Bread is like when you want something meaty in between it.
Yes, I know. We've had this discussion before. Meanwhile, I'm not a big meat eater, and so he'll make a giant brisket and I'll have it for one meal, and I'm good.
And then I have food for food prep for a month. And we have 2 cats.
They're a hobby by themselves.
We both also love traveling a lot, so we, whenever possible, like to travel somewhere at least once a year. She and I both have a long history of being avid readers, like sci-fi, fiction. She's also into nonfiction because she's smart. I need to be entertained. There needs to be a plot line and lasers or swords or something. We hope to instill that in our child, that is fun and wonderful as it is to travel someplace new, to actually imagine and be someplace else, in a book. Or we also love going to musicals with our friends. Being able to enjoy theater, live shows. Before COVID, I did a lot of comedy with sketch and improv, and just being able to be out there and be vulnerable and experience life.
Yeah.
Our journey, where we started talking about parents, we've been together for what, 5 years now? Just past 5 years?
Over 5 years, yeah.
Over 5 years. And about 2 years ago, we started trying to have kids, and ran into some issues there, and we looked at the different options, and it was a little painful at the time, but we looked into adoption and it just seemed like a good fit for us.
I've always been interested in adopting. I've worked with kids in foster care, and I've seen how much a lot of kids just need a loving, caring environment and people that truly want what's best for them.
The end game is that when the child is our age, they're able to look back and say, I had people that provided me a home, that were wonderful parents, that helped me become the person that I ended up being able to define myself. They're able to live up to not just our expectations as parents, but they're able to define their own and say, I'm a success. I'm happy with who I am.
I think his strongest quality is how supportive he is. Sometimes it's hard for me to ask for help, and I find it really easy to ask him for help. And I always know that he will do whatever he can to help me if I need it. He sometimes doesn't even need me to ask for help. He's just here's this, you need this, this is how I can help. His humor, sometimes it's eye-rollingly bad, but it makes life so much easier sometimes. It's just I know he's the person I have that makes things seem not so bad.
She wasn't in a position of power, so she went and learned how to be a software engineer, went through this boot camp, and then got this job. And I was doing construction, and her first job out of boot camp was getting paid pretty much what I was getting paid after 10 years working in construction. And I just decided that I would follow suit. She changed her life for the better, and that showed me a path to be able to do the same. And as a family, I'm hoping that we're able to, bring that to our child as well, to overcome whatever things they experience.